Thank you. Distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, Sadikap. So first of all, thank you for giving us this opportunity to give a presentation about our activities and our experience regarding the JSM project development. So today I'd like to give a brief presentation about our activities in 10 minutes in Asia and in Thailand. So in my presentation, I will share 3 points. First, who we are, and second, what we do for the JCM, and last, some lessons learned from our activities so far. Also, I'd like to touch upon potential sector, which we think there will be a potential to develop a JCM project in Thailand. So I'd like to start with who we are. So Oecc has been implementing research studies and capacity building in the field of environment and development cooperation in developing countries through closely working with, mainly with Ministry of Environment Japan, and also with other governmental organizations such as JICA. And regarding the JCM, we have been entrusted by Ministry of Environment Japan to outreach the JCM information and also to promote JCM project development. As for the outreaching activities, so number 1 and 2 in this slide, we are operating JCM information platform website called Carbon Market Express to provide comprehensive information of the JCM. For example, FAQ about the JCM or introduction of good practice of JCM project. In addition, we recently started to provide more detailed, useful information for project development. So this is what we call JCM information sheet, summarizing JCM projects and NDC information and related policy by sector category. In Thailand and in Indonesia and Vietnam, we have 3 information sheets. You can check it later at our website. And this is what we call JCM information report, providing more sector-specific information such as renewable energy policy. This is the case in Indonesia. We will publish a Thai version later, so you can also check it on our website later. And as for project development activities, number 3, 4, 5 in this slide, normally we visit JCM partner countries to conduct survey for identifying needs from local companies. However, this year, due to the COVID-19, we are trying to conduct online-based survey. So we also conduct workshops and study tours. This is last year's matchmaking event in Mongolia. And last but not least, we support companies directly to apply to JCM financing scheme. So far, we have been supporting over 20 project development in Asia. This is a list of recently selected JCM model projects which we supported. From this list, I'd like to pick up 2 case studies to share with you our activities and some lessons learned. So this is case 1. Oecc has supported several solar power projects in Mongolia. Mongolia's NDC and other development policies for energy sector set the renewable energy target to achieve 30% of renewable electricity in national grid and 145 megawatt of solar power capacity by 2030. And actually, many solar power projects financed by the JCM model project is contributing to significantly to achieve this target. So in this slide, I'd like to explain what we did for these cases. As for needs finding and matchmaking, in one project, there was a local company who had a plan for solar project, but they didn't have available finance. So we looked for solar module manufacturer, supplier, and support matchmaking between them. And in another case, there was a company operating agricultural project in Mongolia, and they had a plan for expanding that project with solar power project. So again, we supported matchmaking with between two companies. So next, as for project formulation, we conducted study tour to Japan to introduce technologies to Mongolian companies. We also had close communication with the JCM Secretariat and relevant public authorities, such as power company in Mongolia. This is important because there are some permissions such as PPA, power purchase agreement, which is need to be acquired in advance. So, and finally, we supported the application for JSM project in this case. I'd like to draw one lesson learned from this case. Of course, JSM project must be beneficial for project participants, but at the same time, policy background is very important to smoothly implement the project. As I showed in the previous slide, Mongolia has concrete target for increasing solar power capacity in the country, and this situation push forward these solar power projects. So this is case 2. Energy efficient amorphous transformers have been installed in regional power grids in Vietnam to reduce energy consumption and to realize GHG emission reduction. And this project has started from south of Vietnam, south region of Vietnam since 2014 and expanded to central and the north other regions. About 10,000 amorphous transformers have been introduced in Vietnam so far. Moreover, the transformers were also installed in Laos in 2018. So as for needs finding and matchmaking, OECC approached regional power companies together with the local supplier of the transformers. We also supported matchmaking with Japanese companies in the international consortium of JSM model project. As for project formulation, it was difficult to introduce the transformer because the original procurement rule prioritized the initial cost of facility, not the total cost or total efficiency in long term. So OECC and with local supplier, we advocated advantage of the amorphous transformer to the power companies, such as entire system efficiency and total cost with the JSM finance. As a result, procurement requirements were revised to evaluate total cost and efficiency in this case. So one lesson learned from this case is that it is difficult but possible for JCM to install facilities in public sector through the public bidding process. So again, one important thing is policy background. There was the official target to reduce power loss of transmission. So therefore, introduction of the energy efficient transformer were in line with this policy direction. So this is the last slide. So considering these two lessons learned and circumstances in Thailand, I extracted example of JSM potentials for renewable energy and energy efficiency. As for renewable energy, the latest revised AEDP has increased the renewable energy target and put large emphasis on solar and biomass. Also, Board of Investment provides tax import duties exemption for investment in renewable energy projects. As for off-grid solar, rooftop solar or biomass boiler for captive use or self-consumption in factory or commercial building has become very popular recently in Thailand. So there have been already many such JCM projects and can be more projects in future. As for on-grid solar, one notable trend is floating solar, so which was presented by the TSB. And in addition, the AEDP, latest AEDP sets a target for this type of project, and EGAT is planning to construct mega solar project in 9 dams in Thailand. So this is not easy one, but one big potential for long-term project development. So as for on-grid biomass and waste energy, there is a policy called Energy for All for supporting community power plant using municipal waste and biomass. And this can be also potential, but please note this policy scheme is still under consideration by the government, by cabinet. And in addition, the first wind power project was selected as JSM model project in Philippines last year. And in Thailand, just recently, ADB announced to finance the construction of wind power and battery storage project. And so this will be also the potential. As for the energy efficiency in commercial sector, latest PDP is implementing a new building energy code to regulate energy conservation of building over 2,000 square meter floor space. So that this building energy code regulates energy standard of cooling and heating systems and lighting and renewable energy such as solar rooftop. So market of energy efficient products is expected to expand in coming years in Thailand. So that's all from my presentation. For more information, please check our website or Facebook and mail magazine for. And also, if you need our support to materialize JSON project, please feel free to contact us anytime. Thank you very much.